Pop it like it's hot. Hey, all right. I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. Anybody that's reading out there listening to this right now. You got these you got these comic books. You know, let's talk about it. You got these comic books that you get handed when you're a little kid. You know, somebody threw a copy of Thor at you, or somebody said, "Hey, check this one funny one out," and you're like, boom, suddenly you understand the world of the Amazing Spider-Man, and you get hooked on them. And that happened to me. And if you're listening to this, that probably happened to you. Well, I'm gonna do a little heart to heart tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and record one of the books that really made me fall in love with comic books. And it was this one. It was the Nam. Now I got my unlimited account up here. It says we only got 35 issues, but I think there are like 30 like I thought there were like 60 some odd issues. But eBay. That's what eBay is for. But I started to dive into these and I was looking at them and I was like, okay, well, I picked out ones that I remembered the covers for because I was a stupid kid back in the day and I did not keep them. I don't know what happened to them. I have some of them buried up in the collection, but I do not have any of them in any respectable form. But I remember these covers. I remember my Uncle Pat. Love you, Uncle Pat. You got me into this thing, man. You got me into these, and I absolutely love you for it because I remember vividly, like this issue 15 and 16. I remember getting handed those comics, and like that issue 18, I had that one in my hand. Issue 19, when like this was following one of the Flyboys, and he was cool. Man, was this a cool issue? Milk Run. God, love them Marines. Anyways, let's pop back out. There's a lot of like heady issues, and this was going on when I was like growing up in the late 80s, mid 90s. We were starting to really see like the effect that Vietnam was having on our society. And one of the things that comic books I think does is reflect what is going on in our society. And that just so happened to be the Nam for me. It was my cornerstone. There was a show that would come on called Tour of Duty. Man, I love that show. It was the best show in the world because it fableized, made fable of an era that filled with so much pain and so much forced maturity of our democracy, I'd say, our society. Do we still have a democracy? That's a question. But this was one of those books that I don't care what Uncle Pat's intentions were, but I love him still for it because this one right here, this one, this one tugs at the heartstrings because I can bet you can see what happens to a particular character in this one. No spoilers, but I think you can see what happens to one character. Regardless, it hits on a lot of like cornerstone issues that for some reason were evident to me as I was a teenager growing up in the mid 90s. One of which was this aspect of, being barked at as you're coming back from from service. I never served. I don't claim that I ever served, but I respect those that did. And this is one of those books I remember reading it holding the paper in my hands. And, you know, it's just an appreciation post. Who cares? But there is an omnibus coming out soon. And, yep, I'm gonna be selling some bodily fluids soon to pay for it. But it I will get a hold of it. I'm gonna get a hold of the physical omnibus on this one. I owe it to Uncle Pat for that one. I might try to get him a copy. Hey, like, share, subscribe. Let's get Uncle Pat a copy of Nam Omnibus.